right, in the start of the next segment, I'm going to break down the complete and total takeover of society. And my point is, it's now happening. All the tyranny, all the corruption, all the federalization, all the bureaucracy getting in your life, all the anti-terror systems being set up, they're openly admitting it's for the American people. They're openly saying they're going to bankrupt and take everything you've got. They're openly saying that there is going to be absolutely no freedom and no Bill of Rights. And all the legislation is introduced and passing every week, and it's all racing through. They've passed hate crimes bill in the House, now in the Senate, which openly says there's no free speech. We have these stories linked right now up on Infowars.com with the bills where it says no free speech. The government will arrest you. Forget fairness doctrine, the Cyberbullying Act, all of it, the hate crime bill. Ladies and gentlemen, it is happening, and it's just stunning. It's even shocking me at how fast it's moving. We have got to get mad and get angry. The system has decided to just totally rob everybody and to go ahead and set up a police state and go for broke. And we'll be just like Mexico. You know, don't think it can't happen here. It is happening. And acting like chumps and living in denial is what is encouraging these criminals to go hog wild. They've also committed so many crimes, they've got to go for broke now, or they know they'll get prosecuted. It's all a bunch of Madoffs, folks, but they've got uniforms. They've got, big government seals behind them. And God help us. Garrett in Mississippi, you're on the air. Garrett, go ahead.
Hello, Alex. How you doing, buddy?
I'm doing all right, but I saw him pass a 1,300-plus page bill that nobody was allowed to read, and I saw them asking the speaker, may we please read it? And I got her on video saying no.
Well, Alex, I've been trying to get through to your show this week to get a message that's on my mind. And this is directed to all the Joe Sixpacks out there. It's time to act now. This is a critical juncture in history, okay? Alex, I've been talking to you for 11 years, seems like about. I've been in the Patriot/militia movement since about 2000. And I've seen it when a Democrat's in office. It's the membership and the involvement goes up, and then the Republicans come in, and then the people go back to sleep, and they don't care anymore. But this is I've been trying since the Paul campaign to break the left-right paradigm, and it's working, and it's very encouraging. Look, one thing I've done, Alex, that a lot of people's been receptive to, I wrote an 8-page Word document on basic preparations, just the simple stuff, and cited different works out there with more details. But, people need to be getting ready. Money means nothing. If you have money now, you need to be investing in things especially the yuppies out there of our generation, Alex. People with money in the bank need to be liquidating. They need to be buying weapons. They need to be buying ammunition.
Well, you know what? People are. And that's because they know. But listen, Obama keeps saying there's no gun bills. They've got bills to completely ban everything. They've got a bill, as you know, we've given the bill number out, where the Attorney General can ban any or all guns at his discretion. And the Attorney General has argued in federal court in the case last year in D.C. that he wants to ban all guns and no citizens can own guns. And the White House Chief of Staff has done it. And in the carbon tax takeover bill, and I appreciate your call, sir. People should get prepared. In the carbon tax bill, it funds the youth brigades. And it says that these new federal bureaucracies have unlimited power. See, used to they'd pass a bill, and it would say something like a felon can't own a gun. Or it would say you got to have an incident check, but it's not a registration. Now they just, it's really a registration, and you don't have to be a felon. We're just going to decide or not, no judge or jury, whether you can own a gun or not. That's the No Fly, No Buy Act. And they got these bills where the Attorney General can decide whether you can own a gun or not, and he's saying he's going to ban almost all guns, except for single shots. I mean, folks, it's happening. Do you understand? It's really happening. They've got a bill, the Clean Water Restoration Act, that says all land in the U.S. will now be federalized. Because if you read it, it says total federal jurisdiction, no judge, no jury, no warrant. Just like game wardens, they'll come on your property without warrants. If there's even water below ground, all land has water below ground. Even the desert. They're saying, total, you know how they treat the states where it's, half federal. They treat you like scum, folks. This is slavery. God help us. Danielle in Georgia, you're on the air.
Oh, hi. Hello?
Hi, Danielle. Welcome.
Oh, can you hear me?
Yes.
Oh, hi. Hi, Alex Jones. I have something to tell you. Right quick. I'll try to make it quick. My mom, she took my sisters to their appointment to catch up with their shots so they can go to school. One of my sisters are 13, the other one's 15. And their doctor told my mom about this shot to prevent cervical cancer.
Gardasil that kills girls deader than a hammer.
Exactly. And I wanted, let me finish with this. And my mom was asking, she was interested to say what type of side effects that they will go through. And she said, and the doctor said nothing major, just a little swelling and a little bruising. And my mom said, well, before you give them that shot, I would like to look into the information about that shot further. The doctor told her, this is what my mom told me, the doctor told her that this is for their own good, and if they don't take the shot now, they will have to take it on their next appointment.
Where do you live?
I live in Georgia. My mom lives in Florida.
Well, Georgia in places is where they've carried out a lot of the eugenics, but ma'am, let me be clear with you. Only one state mandated mandatory Gardasil injections, and that's not even the law. The governor said he put it on his list of policies to tell people it's mandatory, but there's no law, and there's a waiver to get around the school policy. You've got to demand it. So there's no law in Georgia. There's no law anywhere, not even Texas. And so these doctors are on power trips, and they lie and tell you it's the law. Did she submit? Did she shoot him up?
Yes, they did. I mean, my mom lives in Tampa, and my sisters do as well. It took place in Tampa when they went to their appointment.
Well, there's 3 shots. Well, you need to go to
They gave them, altogether, 5 or 6.
You're not supposed to do that. Look.
And they also gave her a hepatitis shot. They treated my mom like she was some criminal. I mean, that's what my mom said. She thought she was being interrogated.
No. Ma'am, they're used to cornering people, beating people up in Nazi Germany, in Soviet Russia, and in eugenics America, where they sterilized 500,000 plus women up until the 1980s. That's how they do it. They bully you into submission. Now, explain to your mother, they gave him other shots. They only gave him one of the Gardasil that day. She doesn't have to take the other 2 shots, but all you got to do is...
They gave him all of that shot. It's already happened. They gave him 6 shots.
Ma'am, you're not listening. You're not listening to me, and that's why...
I'm sorry.
That's why they're going to hit you and hit you hard. They don't have the right to cut the uterus out of the girls, and they don't have the right to shoot them up with that. But did you know they used to come in and cut women's uteruses out or tie their tubes and tell them it was the law, too, and they get these ignorant women cornered, and they do it. They give them their little girls to have them chopped open. The government isn't allowed to chop your uterus out, and they're not allowed to forcibly inject you. They're liars. Now, ma'am, I want to explain something to you.
Okay.
They gave them other school shots in the first round of Gardasil.
Okay.
Do you understand me?
I'm listening.
Put her on hold. I'm not mad at this woman, and I'm glad she called. It makes me very upset that this government's so criminal and lies to everybody, and scumbag, power-tripping, filth doctors who were told by the AMA for liability protection they got to lie and tell you got to take these shots. If you're for the shots, it's still not the law.